What's up? This is Bacon is my podcast. I'm Jimmy.
I am Mike.
And we are proud to be part of the Deluxe Edition network. That is right, the Den.
That's right, hashtag the Den. We are part of an awesome network with a number of fantastic podcasts, such as History I'd Like to Fuck, or HILF Podcast, Barrel Age Chicks, Barrel Age Flicks, Spoil My Movie, Deluxe Edition Podcast. Man, I could go on forever.
You could, but we won't, so you can go
Beard
watch.
Laws.
Go listen, go watch, check them all out now.
In a
Deluxe
pickle.
Edition Network.
Right now, deluxeeditionnetwork.com. Follow it on social medias, Deluxe Edition Network.
What's your bacon? I'm getting pretty excited because it's almost time to grill.
It's always time to grill. You know why?
I know.
Because I use grillyourassoff.com. All their stuff is fucking fantastic.
Well, I will say you don't even have to grill outside, even though you do all year round. I don't all year round, but I use all their stuff inside as well.
Yes, exactly.
So I still get the flavors.
Exactly. Everything from their seasoning to their sauces to their hot sauces. And you know what? They also provide delicious snacks.
They do. We actually tried some on the show. We got some cowboy-style beef jerky right here. Their jerky is really, really good.
It's really flavorful, really delicious. And you can have your own. If you go to grillyourassoff.com,
Indeed.
if you go to grillyourassoff.com, use a promo code BACON, and you get 10% off your entire order.
Nice.
And not only will you be helping us out, but you'll be helping out veterans and first responders.
Yeah.
Because this company is veteran owned, and it's super badass, and we love these guys. Almost a day one sponsor with this show.
That's true.
And we are going to support them forever. Super
check out
cool
their
guys.
site. Check it out. Taste the freedom. If you don't know what you want to get, go ahead and use their product finder quiz.
Yes.
And set yourself up. Figure something out right now over at grillyourassoff.com.
And always remember to ask yourself,
what's your bacon?
what's your bacon?
Or what's on your bacon?
Bunker bacon bourbon barbecue sauce. That's what's up. So welcome everybody to Discussion and Drinks.
Indeed.
Where today, I feel like the theme the past few weeks has been
we've been tasting some things.
And you brought some good stuff, and I brought some pretty good stuff, and it's been a minute since it's been rough.
Well, I mean, the Pringles were pretty bad.
The Pringles were awful.
Yeah.
Those hot sour
Also not good.
Lays that were like body odor last week.
Yeah,
that was awful.
Yeah.
As well.
But cracking on pit. Yeah.
But
it wasn't bag of the knee like ranch soda.
Right. It wasn't torture or mustard soda. That was pretty awful.
Just the memory of that's awful.
Mm-hmm. But today
we've been tasting a few things with our patrons.
Exactly. So if you want to see more of us tasting interesting things,
we had
some Smoking Head chocolate strawberry hot sauce, which was quite delicious.
Yep.
We had
and some Fat
Toad Farm traditional goat's milk caramel spicy dark chocolate, which was
decent.
Okay,
little gamey.
Not when you're calling your chocolate and caramel gamey.
Yeah.
Not you're not on the right path.
Yeah. Feels like it's old.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that said, today we are trying some hot sauces.
We are.
First of which is going to be from our sponsors, our homies over at grillyourassoff.com. Their Fire Chief hot sauce. They they were talking about it when they were on the show. Just before the rollout. What's really cool about this hot sauce is not only does it benefit veterans, but it also benefits first responders as well. So we love the guys over at Grill Your Ass Off.
Heroes.
Exactly. They don't all wear capes, by the way.
Most of them wear helmets.
Yes. So yeah, we're going to try that. We're also going to try something else. And it's been something that we've been talking about for a while. And we can wait no more. So today,
I guess
we are going to have the Hot Ones Last Dab, the dreaded Pepper X. That it's pretty badass.
Well, we'll
quite
see.
frankly,
Have you had it?
No. The story behind it.
Oh, okay.
Is pretty badass. So
yeah, mutant peppers.
I will, yeah. So we will go into that. We will go into a lot of other fun things, but for now,
we'll see. We'll see how fun it gets.
We'll see how fun it gets. But for
Could
now,
be a really short show.
I'm going to hit the intro.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
What's up, guys? So
we couldn't have discussions and drinks without a drink.
Without a drink. And we actually... the reason why we aren't pouring them when we usually do, which is at the very beginning of the show, is because we did do that tasting prior.
Yeah, check out our patron.
But today we actually, the bottom seems weird. Anyway,
your bottom's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Today
we're drinking Powers.
I can't back that up with evidence.
Now, what's fun about this Powers, this particular bottle of Powers, is it's been sitting around in my house for a while.
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance.
What else is interesting about it?
So I didn't get a chance to go to the liquor store this afternoon. And I was like, you know what? I've got this sitting around. I'll just replace it because this happens to be a gift.
It's a gift.
This is a gift. This is a gift for my buddy DJ Perlman.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
So thanks, DJ.
For Christmas.
For kind of providing the boost for us today.
Now, by the time this episode drops, I will have bought a replacement bottle.
Right.
But also...
Now, you could have told me to swing by a liquor store on my way.
I could have. I forgot to.
Okay.
I forgot to.
I would have just done that.
Until you got here. And
right.
I was like, oh crap. But now I'm thinking to myself, do I buy the same bottle? Or do I get something different?
Well, I
because he could be watching this show. He could be watching the show and he go, oh, I'm looking forward to that. Because he and I have talked about this.
Right.
And he said, oh, I don't think I've ever had it. So I got it for him.
Right.
But yeah.
Spoiler alert, DJ.
Yeah, I don't know. So
now it's like, do you get him a different bottle because you spoiled the surprise?
Because I spoiled the surprise.
Or is that a letdown now? I get it. I think you got to give him the same bottle because you guys talked about it. If you hadn't talked about it, I would say get a different one so that he's still surprised.
Right. But we have talked about it.
Yeah. So I think you got to give him that one. Or
we just don't finish it all. We leave the bottom.
Right.
And give that to him and then get a different bottle.
Or you just let him think you're going to get him a different bottle.
Right.
You give him that
give
one.
Him this
anyway,
one.
And then it is a surprise.
Exactly.
So right now he doesn't know what's going to happen.
Right. Shrouded in mystery, your Christmas gift still stands.
Conundrum wrapped in an enigma.
But yeah, it's
surrounded by questions.
He's so busy. It's just been hard to connect.
Yeah.
And so this is his Christmas gift, but I'm going to replace it.
Yep.
Just like we always used to do that with our parents' stuff.
Is today March 10th?
Today is March 10th.
Yeah.
By the time this is out, March 13th.
March 13th.
So it's been sitting there for a while.
I was gonna say Christmas gift.
Yeah, I usually get it ready like beginning of December. So
yeah.
It's too bad when things age, they don't age in the bottle.
That's true.
Because
I wish they did.
Yeah.
I wish you could pour something in a barrel and it would get better.
You know? That'd be pretty sweet.
Imagine if you could just buy whiskey and you had like a barrel at home and you just pour the whiskey in it.
Yeah.
And leave it in there for a month and it gets better. That doesn't happen.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't work like that.
It doesn't. But
it'd be great if it did.
Be pretty awesome. It'd be pretty awesome. So yeah. It's
well, I mean, we can cheers this. We can have this.
Merry Christmas, DJ.
Merry Christmas, DJ. DJ, one of our best friends, friend of the show,
Yeah.
Guest hosted the show.
He helped me host the show before.
Been on the show more than anybody?
No.
No?
No. I think that's AJ.
Still? Yeah.
AJ, and I want to say DJ and Josh are.
I gotta reach out and say hi to AJ. I haven't said hi to him in a while.
Yeah,
Too much time goes by, you know?
Yeah,
like it's crazy.
I think DJ and Josh from Silverstein are kind of neck and neck.
Neck and neck.
I'll have to talk to our analysts,
Right?
our analytics team,
Okay.
and count those appearances. But it might be DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You got to count BIMP appearances too.
Well,
So,
I was counting BIMP appearances.
So maybe DJ's on par with it
because he's won awards, he's performed, he's given awards.
You're right, and he's guest hosted,
And he's been a guest twice.
No, he's been a guest once. He's come on a couple of anniversary shows.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But so is AJ.
Yes.
AJ was on those as well. So it might be neck and neck.
Yeah. We'll have to have them both on.
Yeah.
Duke it out.
Yeah, who truly deserves the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Right. Well, we already gave it.
Well, we gave it to him, but you know, we're not. We always say it. We're not
next year.
We're not rule followers.
That is true.
You know, we were talking about having all the drinking buddies because Haunter.
I still want to do that. We got to do that. We got to figure out a day where we can have them all on it. We can just maybe we'll do that for the patrons. We'll just get drunk.
Actually, I want to give a big shout out to Matthew Lowry, who was this year's recipient of that award.
Yes.
Just had a baby a couple weeks ago.
Oh, congrats,
had his daughter that he was talking to us about.
Yeah.
On the episode, and he is super happy, super glowing, loves it, super happy, and he and he hit me up. He's like, dude, I want to come back on the show. I'm gonna find a day that I can make sure that my wife, is good to go, and let's hang out, let's have some drinks, let's rage a little bit.
Nice.
I was like, okay, cool. And I know the Haunter guys, and so Haunter, big congratulations to them.
Oh, yeah.
Getting some play on Sirius XM with Paralyzed.
Yeah,
which is
very
awesome.
Cool. And even just like go watch their post about it, their TikTok about it, because just seeing the reaction, I mean, my heart grew.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things. When you see someone so genuinely excited and happy and achieving something.
Yeah.
And I mean, this business is so hard.
Yeah.
And it's filled with so many fake pats on the back, right? That you can do. It's not hard to get your music on Spotify. It's not hard to get your music played on somebody's YouTube show or internet radio or something like that. It's not hard. You can do it with a little bit of work or a little bit of money or whatever. So you have all these things that look like big deals that you can promote and then you can put out there, and that's that fake it till you make it thing. And you can kind of be like, look what we did, right? But they're not that hard to do. Now, to get played on Sirius, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's and to see like just to see that happen for them because the music's so good and they're so cool. And to see the genuine like just elation.
Yeah.
You know, like it was awesome. Like I reached out to him too, and I was just like, this is so cool. It was very cool to see.
Yeah. And let's round it out. Let's round it out with our drinking buddies.
Yeah.
Beer City Bruiser, our first award winner.
Yeah.
Last time he was on the show, he was recovering from hip surgery.
Right.
He made his return. I want to say it was February.
Okay.
It was around Royal Rumble time.
Yeah.
Maybe a little later. Not just a return, but he did it in like a war game style match.
Oh wow. I didn't
with Arn Anderson and his son
Wow,
on the opposing team.
that's awesome.
So
Good for him too.
dude.
So
Here's
many
City
cool things.
Bruiser getting back in the saddle after hip surgery. Man, good on him.
Yeah,
Good on him. Man.
That's awesome.
It's always awesome to see the people that we have on the show, still getting shit done.
doing things.
I
Yeah.
love it.
And speaking of that, let's take it back to DJ. Just
Yeah.
released new music.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah is awesome. It's a great song. Revel 9. Aaliyah, it's out now. Check it out on Spotify. Check it out wherever you stream your music. Let them know that you checked it out and that you love it, because you will. It's really good.
Yeah. I got some insight into how the song is doing, and it's doing way better than he anticipated.
It should.
And I was like, because it's really good.
It's really good.
It's really good song.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's gonna be putting some stuff out around it as well.
Good. Cool.
I've been informed. I'm not gonna drop that information here.
He can come on and drop that information here if he so chooses.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that's out, and that's awesome. Very cool. A lot of releases have come out that are very cool.
Yeah.
Pathmaker, our buddies Pathmaker. For all of you, they have not been guests yet, but they will be.
Yeah.
We've known James for a while. James played with my band on a tour, and did the movie with us.
And in a movie.
And his band's amazing, and the record is really, really good.
Yeah, it's well done.
Yeah. So check that out too. Check out all these people.
Yeah,
we got a lot of talented friends.
Yeah. Felicity. By the way, guys, Felicity, they dropped a new single with the guys from Point North, and they're going to be coming to New York. They're going to be in New York in a couple of weeks.
It's on a Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah. It's they're playing the Meadows. Tuesday, the 26th of March.
That's in Brooklyn.
It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing a show in Brooklyn. They're coming to New York finally.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Go see them.
Yeah.
Friends of the show, go see them. Know them. Bring gnomes.
Know them.
What's up, buddy?
Ew. I know it's cold.
Indeed.
So you want to get the sweaters going.
No. I reject that. And I'll tell you why.
Why would you do that?
Well, you don't put gloves on furry hands, do you?
Well, no.
No, you don't. So you know what? I like to keep my beanbag clean like my palms.
Yes.
That's right.
The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is out now. It's got the skin safe technology you're used to. It's got the LED light like you're used to. But this one, it's got the foil blade.
Oh my god, the foil blade. It's nice for the crevasse.
Exactly. So it, hooks up your nether regions.
Goes right up the Mississippi on the one side and the Rio Grande on the other side.
Exactly. So go to manscaped.com, use the promo code BACONPOD for 20% off, plus free shipping.
Yeah, indeed.
And it's not even just for this, right?
No, it's for anything on there.
Exactly. Especially
our favorite,
the crop mops, the ball and butt wipes. If you see us, we always give them out.
We'll hand them to you.
Exactly.
They'll be in the package. It's okay.
If you don't see us, manscaped.com, promo code BACONPOD, 20% off of those bad boys.
Free shipping.
And always remember to ask yourself,
what's your bacon?
Hey, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me.
I don't think you're the problem. You know what the problem is? Nobody knows where to find us online. That's the problem.
Well, I think there's...
Sometimes I go to YouTube. Sometimes I want to go to Spotify. Sometimes... How do I know where I can find everything bacon?
You know what there is? There's one place that has everything, all-encompassing. It's baconismypodcast.com.
A solution!
Exactly. You ever want to listen to our music?
Yeah.
Or know where to find us on YouTube?
Yeah.
Or on Apple Music?
Yeah.
Spotify?
Yes.
Maybe grab some shirts.
Find some sponsor.
Find some sweet deals on some sodas from drinkwildbills.com, or maybe some beard product from Mythical Beards.
Maybe you want to pick up a Podex.
Use the promo code BACON on all of those websites and get 10% off. But if you can't remember that, just go to baconismypodcast.com, hit sponsors. You're right there. Yeah. Tells you everything.
Find everything about us Leave us a comment, ask us a question, and always remember to ask yourselves every single day,
What's your bacon?
what's your bacon?
But yeah, so many. Like we could do a whole show.
Yeah, I
on
guess
what
I'm
our
kind of
friends
putting
are.
off some of this.
Yeah, yeah. But
Some of
you know
this
what? I'm
hot
not going to put
stuff.
off more friends of ours. Friends of ours at Grill Your Ass Off.
Yeah.
And I know that they're not going to do us dirty.
No, you know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be good. Grill Your Ass Off is one of our first sponsors. One of the first,
One of the OGs.
yeah, one of the first people to be like, "Hey, we like what you're doing. We'll be a part of it."
They've helped us out immensely in terms of like the
Giving us stuff to give
giving
out.
us stuff at the festivals
At
and
the festivals,
appearances
yeah.
and stuff like that. Maybe
Our
we
friends
should do
have
that.
ordered from them.
Yeah.
Our good friend Donna, who's in the Patreon right now, live with us right now. She's a purchaser of Grill Your Ass Off stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to hit them up as well. So let's see. Now I'm getting some Frank's vibes, but a little bit of
Frank's is my
sweetness.
favorite.
A little bit
I
of sweetness.
love Frank's.
It's so versatile.
I do Frank's instead of ketchup. I don't like ketchup,
Yeah.
but I'll put Frank's on literally anything.
Well, that's what the bottle says.
Yeah.
Put that shit on everything.
I smell a lot of Frank's.
Yeah, but
That's a really good smell.
there's
something else.
Sweetness.
Yeah. There's definitely something else.
A sweetness
going on. What do we
and
got
almost
in
like a peppery. You want to close that if you want to
I was just kind of
turn it on an angle so this
Yeah,
way you
yeah.
can see it a little better.
Let's see what we got going on here. Cayenne, my favorite.
Yep.
Vinegar, awesome. It's so small. Garlic, onion, paprika, chili powder, chili peppers, cayenne powder. All right, so this is going to be a very cayenne heavy sauce. So
Which is
I'm
good
guessing
thing.
this is going to taste like just like a really good wing sauce.
Yes. Yeah.
Is
That's
what
the
I'm kinda-
smell I get.
Yeah, that's the smell I'm getting. But just ingredients wise too, like it's kind of everything I use when I make my wing sauce.
Mhm.
Very, very similar.
Yeah.
So, and I make a banging wing sauce, so I'm excited for that. So cool. Yeah. I'm excited for this one.
Me too.
I'm not excited for the next one.
There you go, pal.
Sure thing. Now this feels like it's going to be a little bit more runny.
Yeah, that's why I brought those
So
there.
it's not going to be quite as thick. This is a tosser for sure.
Yeah, not a tosser in the
Okay.
in the UK.
Not in the
sense.
UK slang way, but in the wing speak way. All right, Grill. Which one is this? Fire
It's Fire Chief hot sauce.
Chief hot sauce.
So-
All right, let's do it.
Oh wow,
Oh, it's not what I thought it was going to be.
that's a bit different.
I need it not on a Ritz. I'm getting too much butter from the Ritz, honestly. No, it's a buttery sauce. I really thought I was getting all that from the Ritz, but there's like a really nice like salty, buttery type of flavor going on there. That's really nice.
That's really great.
Yeah.
That is, thank you, Grill Your Ass Off.
Yeah, that's really good.
Now, if you go to grillyourassoff.com, use the promo code BACONPOD.
Mhm.
No, sorry, BACON.
Bacon.
Promo code BACON, 10% off. Let them know we sent you.
Yeah.
No.
10% up. Donna says here she has to get the lemon pepper sauce. Lemon pepper's
The lemon pepper
a
spice
banging
is-
spice from them. It's
is
great.
really great.
So I can only imagine the sauce is good. I've used the lemon pepper spice on a lot of stuff. I'm an orderer of that one also.
All right, so dripping. I'm going to do a little bit of a whiskey test here.
Mhm.
It's not super spicy, Donna.
This
It
is
is-
fantastic. I could put this.
It's
on
it's
a
two
lot of
it's
things.
2 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5 on the pepper scale.
This is around. I'll usually make stuff a little bit hotter than this.
But
this is a
mild.
base. This is like a base for me.
Yeah.
The Ritz.
The Ritz.
The Ritz. Ugh. And give it a real Jameson test. You can tell I really like this one because I'm going
He's putting it on his finger.
I'm going in for more and more and more. I will probably not be doing this on the next one.
Yeah, I don't believe you will.
Oh, yes. Yes, I want a big bucket of wings with that and some whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Grillyourassoff.com.
Dude. Fire Chief.
I'm gonna show a little bit of.
Yeah, we wouldn't bullshit you if it was bad. I mean, I can't hide it. I can't hide it if it's bad.
If it was bad, Jimmy would not be dousing his finger in it and
not
licking
at
it
all.
off.
Not at all.
But yeah,
that
was a good.
I'm gonna order one of those. That's great.
That was a very good hot sauce, indeed.
Yeah. Down on the patrons. Yes, it is. It's not super spicy. It is buttery. Like it doesn't taste like butter, but
right. It's not like
it coats.
Yeah, it coats like a butter.
Like a butter sauce does. And it's got that nice, like salty, it's got a little bit of a buttery flavor to it.
Yeah, lots of let's see.
Really good. That's a recommendation.
Cayenne.
High recommendation.
Yeah, there's no.
That is a both thumbs up.
Yeah, it's a 2 thumbs for me as well. I think the kids would actually enjoy that. Maybe not. Gavin's not really a spice guy, but but Lacey would be like, okay, I can do this.
Gavin can't really have.
Yeah, you can't have that stuff anyway. So
yeah,
but yeah, that's quite good.
Yeah,
that is quite good.
I got to get a bottle of that. It's really good
for show. Really loving that. So
yeah,
I
want a big bowl of wings with that.
Yeah,
and whiskey. Like that would be so good.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into that.
Awesome.
So yeah, we've been doing a lot. We've been doing a lot of the tastings lately. And
yeah, tasting started as a thing specifically for the patrons over at patreon.com/baconismypod cast. You changed it.
I didn't change it.
So that started over there. We've done a number of them. Everything from we did the Lil Nino crazy ass, our Nitro crazy ass hot gummy bear, to we did tastings live at different events. But just basically that started as a part of the Patreon shows that we do. And even before we came on here, we tried the other 2 things on a special tasting. So if you want to see more of that, if you like that type of stuff, join us over at patreon.com/bakersmypodcast and sign up.
Yeah. Now, something that we were talking about doing, and then we realized that our lives are just incredibly busy.
Right.
What we were talking about doing is album dives.
Right.
And
did you get a chance this week?
No,
neither.
Not at all.
Neither.
Not at all. But we're always trying to pivot and change a little bit and do stuff with the show. And something that I have noticed is that these episodes do pretty well. And they're kind of catching up to it depends on the episode, but
right.
But
depends on the episode, depends on the guest.
But sometimes they're doing just as well, if not better, than some of the guest ones. And I still really enjoy. I love doing the guest stuff. But my first thought was, okay, well, if we pull back on the guests a little bit, maybe what we could do are these album deep dives instead of doing a guest. We'll have the album thing, and you thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
We talked about it in the San Diego airport, and we're like, all right, these are the first things we're going to do.
Picked our albums.
And that was 3 weeks ago, 3 weekends ago. Yeah.
I've listened to both albums.
I've listened to one.
Well, I've listened to 1.5, but the one I listened half of, I know very well.
Right.
But I didn't listen to it all in one sitting to where I could deep dive.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how we can pivot that and still integrate it. You know,
I don't know if we can do a deep dive. I think maybe we can do like a reaction of like, hey, I've listened to this a couple times this week, and here's what my immediate thoughts about it.
Yeah,
because I can give you those.
Right.
I can give you those immediately, like, because they're the things that entered my head and they're opinions that I have, and it's like, oh, here's how I feel about the Used record, and here's how I feel about this Taylor Swift record, which were the two that we decided to kind of go through. And I know how I feel about both records, certain aspects and things I noticed and stuff like that. But as far as deep dives, I can't give you that.
Yeah. I think maybe what we could do is maybe pick an artist for the week and just listen to it all week.
Okay.
Where it could be like manageable, where you can like sit and then just like put it on and just go through songs. Maybe that's the way to go.
How often are we going to do this?
Well, I was thinking like once a month. Maybe.
I was going to say, because like it'll take me a week to get through more than one album from an artist.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking deep dive.
Well, me either, but I'm just talking about the only time I can listen to music is if I'm in the car
commuting.
On my commute. I can't listen to it while I'm working. I can't listen to it while I'm doing stuff. So it's like I can listen to it when I'm commuting, and on the way to work, it's half of that is a vocal warm up, and then I got another 15 minutes.
Right. It's so funny too because I'm coming at it from a perspective of I work from home.
Right.
So a lot of times I'll have music or a podcast or a show running in the background while I'm working because my job lends to it. And luckily, because I work alone, I can just have stuff and not worry about how obnoxious it is to other people.
Right. Yeah.
Back when I worked in an office job, I had music. Like I didn't care. That's the one thing I was just like, I don't fucking care.
Right.
You could like it, you could not like it. Put your own music on. I don't care. This is what I'm doing, and I'm going to be respectful. To everybody, but this is what I'm putting on to get through.
Right. This is what I need to do to get through my stuff.
Like when it comes to podcasts, it just all depends on the content and stuff. But also, if you are working in an office with people, there's interaction. So if you put music on, music is the easiest thing to just have in the background.
Sure.
To whatever. When you're listening to a podcast, like the last thing you want is for people to like interrupt it in the middle, or listening to a book or whatever it is. The last thing you want is people running in and you have to stop it. Okay. All right. Well, I was into this. So, like whatever.
Right.
So for me, in that perspective, I thought like, hey, this would be pretty easy for me to do to listen to these albums.
Right. Yeah.
And then work. It's just work came, and it just happens to be a very busy time. I mean, it's never not a busy time, but it's a busier time right now. And it was very much a like, okay, well, all those things you had about listening to an album or getting through this podcast while you were working,
right,
done. You've got meetings, you've got this, you've got that, and it's like, okay, all right, well, there goes that. There goes that idea.
Yeah, I thought, I can do it on my way to work or on my way home from work. But then it's like on my way to work, like I said, half of that's a vocal warm up, right? So then I have 15 minutes on the way to work. And then I'm at work teaching guitar and vocals to kids until 8 p.m.
Right.
and leaving there and going to a band rehearsal.
Right.
So the idea of putting on music in between those two things, I'm just like, I don't want to listen. And even if I do, I'm like, I can't give it a real, I'm not unbiased at that point.
Right.
I'm like, I'm doing this because I have to. I don't want to listen to this right now.
Right.
Right. Because it's just like I've music all day, which is great. Heading to music, great. Don't want to listen to bands.
Right.
You know, like I don't listen to music on the way home from shows. I don't, you know, it's one of those things. So I thought the same thing, and it turned into like, oh, I'm going to have to cram this on like Sunday, which is when I'm researching whatever guest we have.
Right.
So then I'm going to have to like cram through an album and do that if we've got both things that we're doing, or pick one.
Well, it's so funny too, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, let's fit this in when we don't have a guest.
Right.
And then I get our travel stuff put together, and I'm like, crap, we have to have guests.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes a double, because we're going to miss this day and this day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like complaining. It's not, because
because
I love doing it and it's fun, but it's just like, man, there aren't enough hours. And also, if I can't give it a real, honest listen from the right place,
there's no reason to do it.
Then I'm not. And also, if it's not fun, I don't want to do it if it's not fun.
Right.
And it should be fun. And listening to music is fun, but sometimes it ain't fun.
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes I'm like,
yeah,
my ears need a break.
But yeah, that's been a thing that's been rolling around. So I don't know if maybe that's something that we revisit at another time when it's less busy, or
maybe it's a random thing,
or maybe it's a random thing,
something comes out and is getting a lot of attention, and we're like, well, let's see if we can't dive into it, or we don't have a guest this weekend, so let's do a deep dive on something.
And it's been wild too, because as I mentioned earlier, we had some past guests kind of reaching out to us. So in the next few weeks, we actually have returning guests.
Right. Did we ever find winners for the new questions?
Yes.
For repeat offenders?
Yes.
We didn't announce those on the show.
They're going to find out. They're going to find out in the coming weeks, because Leah Martin Brown from Evil Walks and also opened up the Grammys this year. She's coming back.
Nice.
She actually just signed a real big songwriting deal. So we're going to dive into that with her,
definitely talk
which is going to be awesome. I might have shot her some stuff and said, hey, you want to maybe do some stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. But also, we have Academy Order, which, for those of you who don't know, is actually stud count. But instead of
it's like
Norel being up front,
stud count in reverse.
Right. Instead of Norel being up front, Matthew's up front.
The yang to stud count's yin.
Right. So they're coming back too. Actually, that's we're recording that next week.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
So
that'll be fun. They're fun.
Yeah, good people. So, but we've been getting, and then the Project 86 stuff, and like, so people have been coming back, and then Matthew Lowry was like, hey, let's do another one, and so it's been got a lot of requests, a lot of stuff to get through. I got emails that I'm falling behind on, to be honest with you, which is great. Which is a good problem to have,
right? Exactly.
When you're looking for guests on a guest-based show,
on a guest-based show, yeah.
So, yeah.
But also, as listeners, what do you guys want to? What are you guys interested in us talking about or doing? That's another thing we always talk about doing, and then never do enough. Is kind of ask you guys what you want. You know, not just our patrons. We ask them all the time, and they give us a lot of really good feedback, and we use a lot of the suggestions and stuff.
Yeah.
But also just in general, like if you listen to the show, if you're a listener to the show, let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want.
What you want more of.
Yeah, exactly.
And less of.
Exactly.
So I think it's about that time.
You sure? We don't have anything else to talk about? I'm sure we could probably.
I do have something else I want to talk about.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily for everybody.
Oh.
But it's something that I would like to discuss. But also,
But just
I think
I'd
I'd like to.
show. Is there anything you'd like to talk about on the show? We can talk about more
No,
stuff.
no. We're going to talk about it on the show.
Oh.
With Pepper X.
Great.
On our tongue.
Perfect.
So this is Hot Ones, the Last Dab experience.
Love Hot Ones.
There's over 91% Pepper X in this.
Sweet.
Hot sauce by Heatonist. So
it's very close. It's as close as you can get to just putting it in your mouth and taking a bite out of the pepper.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So fun story about this. Right. So we brought it up a few times on the show, in the archives, if you will. Actually, we spoke about it pretty at length with the guys in Lilac. Right.
You want to throw that last comment up on the screen?
Okay.
This is
Jimmy's going to end up in the hospital
at some point.
I mean, yeah, you will. I'm sure we all will end up in the hospital at some point.
Yeah. Fun fact: I have a peptic ulcer.
Right. Well, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it.
Here. We're gonna do it.
I mean, you don't have to do it.
I'm not gonna do two of them. I'm not gonna.
No.
Well,
I mean, do two.
You know, I'll do a Jameson test. I might do the Jameson test on my finger though, instead of a.
Yeah, I think I might do that too. You know what? That's probably dumb to put this on your finger.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, it's dumb. We're talking about how dumb it is to do this in general.
Yeah, well, no. Go on talking about why your funny story of why it's such a great thing that you decided to bring to the
Okay,
show.
so I didn't bring it to the show.
I would love for the top to come off and that thing to just
I haven't opened it yet.
Spill into your crotch.
I bet you would.
As you shake it upside down for some weird reason.
But I haven't opened it yet.
Still, it's just a weird.
Because it's stuck at the top too. You know. So yeah. So with our conversation with Lilac, awesome band based out of the Carolinas, and they are relatively close to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a place called Pucker Butt Hot Sauce.
Pucker Butt Hot Sauce.
A great little place in. I forget where it is. I forget what the name of the town is, but look up Pucker Butt Hot Sauce. That is the guy that grew Carolina Reaper, and he's a bit of a chemist, if you will, when it comes to the peppers. And he was the guy that created Pepper X.
Right.
So it's down in the Carolinas. My mom goes to a chili cook-off. My mom and dad. And they get to talking to this guy from Pucker Butt and stuff and saying, yeah, you know, my son, he's got this podcast, this and that. And they go, oh, well, you know, I have this Pepper X. This has really been sought out and sought after. I'm running out of this, but like, this is definitely for him. And it's on Hot Ones.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom got it and was like, and Mike.
We do love Hot Ones.
Well, first off, thanks to Mom.
Yeah.
Because mom hooked us up with
this.
But this is not the bottle she hooked us up with. Because she said, I got you this, and you could do it on the show. And I said, that's great. So then she went to come here and brought it as a carry-on. And well,
they took it.
She was not allowed to get through security with it.
Yep. Someone went home. Hopefully a Hot Ones fan.
Yeah. I don't know who did. It was somebody from TSA.
Yeah. It definitely didn't stay there. Somebody grabbed that and brought it home.
Yeah. Maybe even as a gag.
Yeah.
So she did end up finding it online and paid way too much to have it shipped here. So thank you, Mom. and Dad for sending this awful experience to us.
I feel, you know what? I feel like this is a karmic thing because I give your mom so much shit. I have an interesting relationship with Mike's mom. I like to do things to make her laugh, but the things that generally make her laugh are kind of like challenging her on things.
Yeah,
and being a wise ass. So, Mom Wayman, I get it.
Yeah, I had to get that top off
because I'm a wise ass.
There was some stuff like stuck on the neck,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to get it out because it was a lot of thick pepperyness.
Right.
Now, I will tell you the glue that holds the little cap stuff on, gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, this is not fun.
Oh, God damn it. That's going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Mel.
And together we host the podcast
Spoil My Movie. We were watching movies anyway.
And we were having in-depth conversations about those movies too.
So, we decided to share our thoughts with the world.
You can expect me to gripe about inaccurate details like supposedly cold weather, but you can't see anyone's breath.
And you can expect me to be totally adorable, but also psychologically deep.
And by the end of each episode, we'll provide our respective ratings.
Using a rating scale custom tailored to the movie in question.
Check us out wherever you get your podcasts.
We're everywhere. We're actually behind you right now.
What's up, fam?
Yeah.
Bacon listeners? Ever wanted to help out the show? Ever wanted to know a little bit more about what goes on behind the scenes here at Bacon?
Perhaps keep these glasses a little bit fuller.
Mine's empty.
Yeah. Go over to patreon.com/baconismypodcast where you can get additional content, including tastings.
Yeah, you can get cooking shows.
You can get early ad-free shows.
That's right.
And at even the lowest tier, come participate with us every week in our discussion and drinks episode where we hang out with you, our BIMP squad.
You're a part of the show. Join us, hang out, weigh in on everything that we're talking about, weigh in on everything, maybe be a part of the show.
Exactly.
It's happened.
Join the BIMP squad.
Yeah.
Get your first week for free over
right
at
now.
patreon.com/baconismapodcast.
What's your bacon?
So yeah.
That's every smell I hate in a pepper.
I enjoy smelling this,
I don't. It doesn't smell good at all.
but I know what it means. I know what it means to my taste buds.
I don't enjoy anything about that.
Yeah, this is gonna be a thing, and we're gonna do it here for you folks.
Yeah,
You
great.
fine folks.
Awesome. Thanks
Here you
for
go.
watching.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is
I almost want to make a sandwich so that I don't have direct roof of the mouth or direct tongue contact right away.
what's the fun in that?
I'm not. None of this is fun. What's the fun in any of this? It's still gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt less.
It will still hurt less.
Yeah.
No, I think it'll hurt less.
I don't think it's gonna.
Isn't
hurt
that the point?
You're still getting it. You're still having it.
Now, for some reason, it's not allowing for pour, which means that the pepper is pretty thick. Like, you see what I'm doing here?
Yeah, I see.
You hear it tapping against.
You know, on hot ones, that right around there is when they're like, "That's good."
Okay. I wish I had like a toothpick or something, some kind of little apparatus to.
I'm
dislodge.
so worried that it's gonna just blop out on me.
Me too. That's why I was.
Come on, buddy. Whoop. There. I got a pasty.
I feel like this is just a.
I got a pasty swipe.
Oh, it went into
That went right into your
it
drink.
went
There's
right
your
into my
Jameson
drink.
test.
Well, there we go. Jameson test.
I think we should do the Jameson
Built
test
in.
right away.
Should I just shoot this?
What, when you eat that?
No, because look at all the. It's a bunch in there. There's a bunch in there. I feel like I have less than you, and I feel bad because you're not supposed to have this. I probably shouldn't have it, but also I'm the asshole here.
Well, you know, it's gonna suck for both of us, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, so now I have
You've got just as much because you got it in your drink.
power infused. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, here we go.
Cheers. Go to
Here
hell.
we go, guys. Okay. I'm numbness. Tasting. Yep, that's numbness.
Shit.
It's a builder.
I know exactly what's happening.
It's a builder.
Oh, it starts off kind of innocent.
Right, because you can. It's got great taste. Donna's afraid to watch
shit.
this.
It starts off innocent and small,
Oh boy.
and we had just a little bit, which is good. I'm glad we didn't have more, because it went straight on my tongue. It's a paste on my tongue, and it's building. The circle is widening.
Yeah, it's
Right?
like
It's like when a drop of water hits a napkin and starts to spread. That's what's happening on my tongue right now.
that's fermenting in my whiskey right now.
My tongue's going a little numb.
It's it was a weird numbness that happened now. Drooling.
Yeah, but you know what I'm not getting? I'm not getting a painful heat.
Right.
I'm getting my tongue is numb on one side.
Yeah. Yeah. Where I dropped it.
So I'm gonna be honest, and I hate saying this. I don't think we got the right amount.
I'm gonna go get something to dislodge that stuff.
Which I don't. That sucks.
I am sweating though.
And my tongue hurts. The whole side of my tongue. The whole side of my tongue right now. This whole side. But realistically, I think we're not giving it a fair shot. Ugh. We're not giving it a fair shot, so we have to do a Jameson test with a fair shot. You know what? Here, I got it. I'm going to take part of this napkin.
Oh, wait.
Roll it up.
Is this gonna fit
I don't think that spoon's going to fit.
the bottom?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah, but this will. So I'm going to do this. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Here you go. We'll paint one for you.
Oh wow.
There you go. And we'll paint one for me.
So you did a dislodging job. But
Yeah.
I feel like still has to mix a bit.
I feel like it has to mix too, but
Yeah, because that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. And
here we go.
so you got dislodged again.
Here we go. Bloop. There you go. Bloop.
I don't know why I'm still going for more.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm not doing that.
That's fine.
I've got a decent amount on here. I'm fine.
Just don't want it to be like bleh.
It's gonna. Why are you even here? Here, I'll help you.
No,
Let's turn it upside down. We'll scoop. Yeah, here you go.
That's a plop. That was like a bird poop plop.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Okay.
Good for you. You're a brave man.
Yeah, this is what I've got.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
on
what
it.
I've got. Much less.
Yeah.
Much
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to turn it upside down.
You what?
Jameson test.
All right.
crackers ruining it. That was dumb. That was dumb. Why'd I do that?
I got to tell you, man.
It's just getting numb. It's not getting hot.
Like the taste of it.
It's bad.
See, I think the taste is good.
Do you like it? I don't like the taste of it. It just tastes hot. There's no taste. It just tastes like
Heat has
knives.
a taste. It doesn't just taste like knives.
It tastes like knives.
No.
Yeah, it tastes like there's a cut on my tongue right now. And I'm going,
There might
like,
be. There very, very well might be. All right. I just don't want this to end up on all of my furniture. Because the last thing we need is for you to like grab it and then all of a sudden go, all right, I'm going to go pee. And
take my glasses off.
Get Pepper X on your dick.
Right. Yeah, we don't want that.
That'd be bad.
I almost put it on my finger and then I was like, oh, I have this paper towel.
I mean, it's hot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, I don't want to undersell it here. But
like I'm sweating.
If you've seen us eat hot things before, like, I mean, I've had a real hard time with certain things.
Yeah.
This sucks. It feels like my tongue is cut. But it's getting worse.
Like that initial flavor I actually like.
It's getting worse.
Yeah?
Yeah. The numbness is getting worse.
Yeah. I like the initial flavor. I
don't at all.
Heat of the initial or the taste of the initial flavor.
I don't.
It's growing. The heat is growing.
Yeah.
It gets worse
as you breathe in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sweating a little bit.
You can see my sweat.
Yeah. Yeah, you're glowing a little bit.
Yeah.
You had more than me, so you definitely have a glow.
Wow.
That I'm missing.
This is I mean, listen.
I wouldn't put that on anything.
I
might add a drop again. I might add a drop of it in some chili. Something that's gonna be like something I'm gonna put cheese in on, or something that's gonna have a savory element to it. Something I'm gonna add sweetness to or honey to. But I can't see like eating a wing doused in that.
My tongue feels like it's swelling.
Mine too. Feels like it's bigger than it was.
Yeah, it feels like it's bigger than it was.
And my tongue is sweating for sure. Like it's dripping into under my tongue. It's filling.
Saliva.
Filling with saliva.
Yeah. Overall, me personally, just because I like the taste of Magura scorpion pepper. I like the taste of Reaper.
Right.
Because I do actually think there is a flavor profile to them.
I mean, we like someone's going to tell us we did pussy amounts, and you're right, we did pussy amounts.
Probably,
yeah.
But the last dab, that's a pussy amount.
Well, it's on a wing that's been doused in it.
The last dab?
Yeah, they toss the wing in it first, and then they dab extra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
but again, it's served on a wing. We're eating it straight or with a Ritz. But still, I would not like to do a real amount of it, because that little bit, smearing a little bit on a cracker, it was more pasty on the cracker, honestly. Yeah, that was bad.
Because I saw the little, it was like little remnants of it down at the bottom. Like I saw it floating, and I was like, all right, this is the one. And yeah, it was there. It was there.
Yeah. I mean, even that little bit swelling my tongue.
Yeah.
But, maybe we're babies, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I'm a baby.
I feel like that's going to be fun at a party.
Can I have more of the fire chief, please? Because I genuinely
really like that too.
Really enjoy this.
So yeah, that's our tasting. It's hot.
Yeah,
it's hot.
It's not fun or good, but it's not as bad as I thought it was.
I thought it was pretty good. And that's just me. In fact,
Oh yeah, you're doing it.
Mhm.
All right.
when you go back,
You should almost boss. Just hold it at the back of the.
I'm not going to Heinz 57 it. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. That's
Do it.
That's healthy.
That's
a healthy
you.
amount here.
You can feel free.
And there wasn't like dislodged shit.
I feel like this is a mistake, but I'm here for it.
Oh, that's different.
It's a different experience.
That's a different experience.
Yeah.
Because that's well mixed and wow, you are. That's different.
Yeah.
You can see like that's the one. That's the one.
All right. So I didn't get a real experience.
Yeah. But also, I don't want your stomach to leak out on on my floor. So.
Well, it won't happen till I leave.
Right. Oh, okay. Here you go. Woo. Okay. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get
What's
the
it like
flavor
compared to
and
stuff
the
that
heat.
we did before?
The heat hits you way quicker.
How's the flavor?
The flavor was there, and like
Because I
the
didn't
first
get any
point-
flavor. I just got knives.
No, it's that Reaper flavor. So from what I understand, this is like the base is the Reaper.
Okay.
So it's got that Reaper flavor, which is a little bit of cayenne, but smokier. It's like a smoky cayenne. Whew. I'm feeling it now. You see,
I do see.
yeah, that's visibly.
I tell you, there's a part of me right now that's just like, just fucking give it to me and I'll do it. And then there's a part of me that's like, I got nothing to prove. I don't want to do that.
I mean, listen, is it the hottest thing we've eaten?
It doesn't.
Far from it.
I can't even imagine that it is.
Um,
I mean, it seems like as of right now, I would even say like the cheese balls were worse, and those are way less hot.
mhm.
They're just the vessel in which they coat your mouth makes it awful.
Wow. Yeah, it hits you different a little later down the road.
Yeah,
My eyes are tearing now.
I see that.
This was I don't hate this.
Okay. Do you feel that was a good choice you just made?
I'm happy I did it,
Yeah.
but that's like that
Right.
tripped off my head.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh no,
like a
yeah. You
shine.
got a shine going for sure.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm not the one, like, if you want entertaining reaction off of, I ain't gonna do it.
Well, nothing does it for you.
No, if something tastes bad,
Yeah, the bad taste.
the bad tasting stuff.
is more funny for you. Yeah, we could have put that on the Pringles.
No, I threw those out. Those don't deserve to have a home.
Right.
So yeah, what I wanted to bring up real quick before we sign off. I know this isn't going to catch everybody.
Right. Let me see it.
Oh, he's going to do it.
I'm not gonna do as much as you did, but I feel like I want to.
Oh, that would be ill-advised to do as much as I.
No, there's no way. I'm not. I can't do that. But I feel like I want to taste it. Right. Like I want to. All right. I want to see it coming. Okay, it's coming.
Yeah.
I got it. It's fine.
I was helping.
Yeah, I know.
I was just helping.
I don't want you to.
I didn't want you to not. I just didn't want you to miss out on the experience.
I don't think I'm gonna. It's a. Is that okay?
No, it's got all the
That's a
substance
respectful.
as well.
Yeah, this is more of the sauce.
Very different.
Oh, it is very different. The flavor's better. The flavor's better.
Yes.
Fuck. Yeah.
I didn't force him to do that.
Nope. Yeah, that's a different experience.
It's a different experience.
That is wildly different.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We didn't get it at all.
No.
Okay. I'm glad that I did it.
I'm glad with a question mark.
I almost whistled.
Yeah.
Never whistled before.
What?
I can't whistle.
What?
Yeah, I can't whistle.
Really?
Yeah, really.
You know what really annoys me?
There. Yeah. Under the tongue. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an experience of something.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Right. Okay. You're right. That's a very different experience.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You've got that glimmer to you.
I sure do. My tongue is sweating.
By the way, speaking of glimmer, Buddies and Glimmers have a new song out. Go check it out because you have a glimmer to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't sweat. I glow.
Mm-hmm. I've got
my nose runs.
I've got stuff like coming down.
Just
so while we're at it,
I hate how this feels.
While we're at it, I do want to I want to touch on wrestling a little bit.
I feel like I'm gonna spit again. Remember the time?
Yeah, no, I remember this.
I just drooled in a bucket the whole time.
Yeah.
Between jumping jacks.
Soak it up with a cracker.
No, that doesn't help.
No?
Maybe coffee.
I don't know.
Coffee's probably a terrible.
So, yeah, like, I want to touch on wrestling.
Coffee was actually decent.
Oh,
yeah. It's like
touch on wrestling a bit.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go over the industry as a whole.
Uh-huh.
But what I do want to get into is, man, this story with The Rock. And, listen, I don't want to get into the negativity of the wrestling industry. I don't want to get into the allegations or anything like that. That's a whole other show. That's a complete show that we could cover eventually one day if we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to do that here. What I want to cover is the fact that The Rock has come back, right?
Right.
And where
it's worse.
Where he started.
Coffee's better.
Where he started to where we are now. Cody wins the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
It's immediately announced that The Rock is a part of the board of directors, right? So now he's got a stake in the company. And then Cody, I'm sorry. No. Rock has stake in the company, then Cody wins the Royal Rumble.
Right.
And then you all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm following. I'm listening. I'm with you.
Then you got your whole Rock's coming back for a match with Roman. Right. And that didn't sit well with people. Yeah, that didn't
sit my glasses fog up when that happened.
And what I love about the whole situation is that The Rock is so aware of his surroundings that he was like, man, you know what's great? I could take this, turn it into a story. And he went and he was like, let's rent out T-Mobile Arena and let's fix this shit.
So, just while we're going through this, I just want to get this right.
Can you talk a little louder? I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah, sorry.
You're like you seem very reserved.
I'm a little reserved.
Oh, okay.
My tongue's not working. It's like twice the size that it should be. So here's what I find interesting about it is that just this idea, and it could be exactly the way it went down, but this idea that The Rock can walk into WWE and just write everything. He can just decide to rent out an arena for a thing. He can just decide when to change the program. It's not like he came out and they had talked about in the back, like, what happens if we do this? What happens if this happens? What happens if this happens? What's our plan B and C? And a room full of writers and also like Triple H and all the other people in WWE all sat down together to figure this out. People are like talking like The Rock came in and every writer and TV producer was just like, well, I don't know what to do while you're here.
Well, no.
And then Rock sat down with his MacBook and went, this is how everything's going to go.
No. So I think they went with a very clear. I think it was one of those things where they would go, and maybe I'm giving The Rock a little more credit than he deserves. But you know what? Like, when you're in a position of power and you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, but can he? Do we know that?
No, but he could just not fucking be there.
Yeah, he can be a part of it or not be a part of it.
Right.
For sure.
So, you know, like, I maybe framed it wrong, but
I'm not saying you did. That might be exactly how it happened.
But the fact of the matter is that they saw they were getting this reaction, and hey, listen, and it's well documented. Brian Gewirtz, he's there. Mm-hmm. He's Rock's guy. He's gonna do it. So in extension, Brian Gewirtz, right? But they were self-aware enough. The company was self-aware enough.
Yeah.
And it wasn't to a point where people had to hijack a show or anything like that. But the company itself was willing to pivot. And not just pivot in a way that saved face for everybody, but pivoted in a way where Rock was like, all right, saddle up, I'm a fucking heel.
Yeah. I think this is better.
Yeah, right. Right. And that's what I want to talk about.
And I think we're still going to get to the same place.
Right. And that's what I want to talk about, because I belong to different wrestling chats and stuff like that. And, you know, 2 weeks ago, The Rock put out a 20-something minute reel on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it was. And
where he talked about like busted open and he called out.
And man, I ended up seeing some clips and I was like, I gotta watch this whole fucking thing, because the dude is captivating. He's gotten me interested in what's going on.
Right.
And it was everything that we want The Rock to be. It was that attitude era, no fucks given Rock.
Right.
That we all wanted it to be. And I was like, shit, like, this is great. And people were like, oh, I don't want to listen to, 21 minutes of The Rock talking about himself. And it was like, no, this is 21 minutes of The Rock being The Rock that you knew and remembered growing up. It was fantastic. And then we get to Raw, we get to SmackDown. That plays out. This past Friday, The Rock does it again. And I as soon as I saw that he did, well, first off, I saw a picture of it and I saw that he had done it, and they were in Texas.
Okay.
They were in Dallas. And he did it from a rodeo arena.
Oh, okay.
And he had a fucking cowboy hat on that I thought was a filter. and then I saw that it was not while I watched this.
It was that comical of a cowboy hat.
It was like giant bucket, brown, like light brown,
fantastic,
huge brim.
Rock can pull off a cowboy hat.
It was amazing. And then The Rock cuts a promo. It was less than the first one, but it was like still 16 or 18 minutes, which is a long promo to be solo. And he fucking does it again, and I was like, I am so invested in this. I am so invested. Like, the guy knows how to get heat. The guy could possibly, like, Drew McIntyre. We're not going to talk about Drew right now, but Drew McIntyre could. He's in true contention for Hater of the Year.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah,
all this stuff with Punk, but
it's so
The
good.
Rock,
So good.
It's so good. It's so incredible.
Yeah.
But then you got The Rock, right? Who's there making fun of a Siberian Husky. And he just makes the biggest heel ever. Like, he could be the biggest hater ever. He calls Seth Rollins the walking clown emoji.
Yeah.
And the promo was fantastic. And so yeah, I watched SmackDown. It was actually because of the way things lined up, and Jen went out and I was able to actually watch SmackDown live, which, if you have a chance to watch live WWE TV, I suggest you don't.
Yeah.
Just wait DVR it, fast forward, or wait for Hulu and fast forward it, because we'll get into that later, but just don't.
I disagree. I think their shows have been killed.
I think the shows themselves, the production and the way that they're done, are awful, and I'll tell you why in a second. But I want to talk about the good things here.
Yeah.
Man, this story, like you said, it is better than I had anticipated it to be. And the reason why is because they were willing to not shove their agenda down your throat, and they read the room.
So here's my question. Finish what you're saying.
They read the room and they were like, okay, cool, let's do this. And not only that, but a lot of people said, like, hey, there's a long game here. And I think the long game was out of necessity for making a pivot.
All right. So I think that people are giving the right amount of credit to the WWE and to The Rock, but in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you look at the past year, even 2 years, I would say, for the most part, storylines are well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
They are planned.
Mm-hmm.
There is an anticipation of what the crowd is going to do, but there has been pivots in lots of stories and lots of things.
Right.
And there's attention to detail, right?
Well, I think that where it hasn't been this far up the card,
Sure,
without injury.
Sure. I think that the biggest thing that screwed everything up was Punk getting hurt. I think that's where all the pivoting had to happen.
It is.
But I can see a scenario where the plan, since it is a long game, was this all along. Because I could see someone like Triple H, who understands the crowd and knows how to read a crowd, and Cody Rhodes, who understands the crowd and knows how to read the crowd, and The Rock, who respects the business, understands the crowd, and knows how to read a crowd, could have got, and Roman Reigns, who honestly has been killing it, and Paul Heyman, who knows everything.
Right. Right.
Do you really think, because I do not think that those people were in a room going, yeah, we're going to replace Cody with The Rock and the crowd's just going to be fine with it. I think that they got in a room and they said, look, we have The Rock, it's available. If we try and shove him in, people are going to shit all over it because we've been doing this story for 2 years now. We can't not do it. And so they all got together. I just swallowed.
Yeah.
I thought it was done. And then the swallow happened.
That's the problem with the crackers.
Yeah.
The crackers absorb and stick to the teeth.
So I think when they got together, they were like, the crowd is going to shit all over this.
Well, I think maybe they were like,
so here's
the crowd's
the
either
plan.
going to love it or hate it.
I don't think there was even that, because I think Paul Heyman knew exactly what the crowd was going to do.
Yeah.
I think Triple H was like, yo, man, I don't think The Rock came in and said, yo, you've been working on this story for a year. Well, we're just going to put it off. And I don't think Triple H would have been like, yeah, man, that's cool. I think they were all like, yo, we need to get The Rock on this. He's available. What's the best story we can do to get him involved in this? And now that he's part of TKO, he's here for the long haul. He's willing to do more. And they came up with something that worked with everything that was going on to make the story even better. Because if you think about it, Cody winning the Rumble and going on to WrestleMania and fighting Roman is good, but it's the same thing that happened last year.
Right.
How do you make that story better?
How do you up the ante?
How do you make Cody go through even more hard times? Right?
Yeah.
The Rock knows Cody and supports him and all that stuff. So I think that this, maybe not exactly as it's going, and they had to do pivots because of Punk getting hurt. But I think a variation of this was what they were going to do the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they were ever going to just have The Rock. And look what a shoddy, poor, dumbass job they did of trying to do it, if that's what they were trying to do. Right? What did they do? They enraged an audience. They made everybody lose their shit because it didn't make sense. And they made everybody afraid that WWE was going to do what WWE used to do, which is what they're all afraid of anyway, which, what's a better heel than old regime?
And I love how...
So I think that this was the plan all along.
I love how Rock...
And I think Rock wanted to be a heel.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Now that you think of it, he loved that. He's gone on record saying that he loved being heel. He loved doing it.
So I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine a scenario or a story they could tell where Rock is the hero. Other than this was a plan all along, and the conversation Cody and Rock had was about how Rock's going to infiltrate the Bloodline and he's going to turn on him, because there's a lot of hints for that too. But I think WWF is doing such a great job right now, or WWE is doing such a great job right now, that they might be planting that shit to make you think that shit, because they did it with Sammy, they did it with Jay. They keep doing it, and they keep making you think like, oh, this is obvious, and then you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So I think the credit is due, but I think people are glossing over and assuming that somehow everything changed. And I think the only thing that changed was
Punk getting hurt.
So they had to put Drew in with Seth. But I think the rest of it was all going to be a variation of the same. I think they had to tweak Seth's story, and they maybe had to change his side of things altogether. And maybe it wasn't even going to be Seth and Cody teaming. Maybe it was going to be someone else teaming with Cody. Maybe there was something else that was going to happen.
Maybe it was Drew. You know, you think about the fact that they never went full on heel with him, and his big point of contention on Raw was the fact that he hated the Bloodline.
Well,
and
that's why it could have been Jay.
It could have been Jay. Could have very easily have been Jay.
Right? You plug Jay into that role. Cody brought Jay onto Raw.
Right.
It could have been a plan from way back then.
Yeah.
To bring Jay in. and Jay fights his brother, but Jay also is on Cody's team.
Right.
You know, like and then it's a real like we're dismantling the Bloodline thing, and maybe they had to tweak because of Punk, so they okay, Drew and Seth get in there, so we're gonna put Seth in this now because we got to make this thing like maybe Cody's gonna fight Seth. We got to create that story, you know, like
Yeah.
like I think the plan all along was Rock heel, whether it's fake heel or real heel. He even said long game. Why would they give 3 months to Rock Roman and do what? Unless you're gonna have Roman beat him
Well, yeah.
right away. But I don't think they're going to. I think there's a longer game in play, and either The Rock turns, and it was a plot and helps Cody win at Mania, or The Rock gets blamed by Roman for creating this whole scenario to where Roman loses. Or, yeah, like there's a bunch of different ways you can go, but that's the thing. Is now there's a bunch of different ways you can go. And you can carry Rock and Roman, who everybody said didn't need a title anyway. And if we're all saying it, they all know it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think that's my opinion. Just kind of looking at it, like I think they're too smart for that right now, because the evidence to all the other stories that and all the other things that they've done and paid attention to, like the stories they're doing well anyway.
Right.
You know, there's always going to be some shit stories.
Yeah.
It's pro wrestling. It's going to kind of suck in places and it's going to be great in places. It's a variety show. That's the point.
Right.
You know, that's why I say watch it live, because it's still fun. You know,
Yeah.
The worst thing about it is commercials.
Well, that's where I'm getting at.
So if you're going
That's
to
where I'm
skip anything, jump on
Right.
Hulu because there's no commercials. But
Yeah. So yeah, man. I'm excited for WrestleMania, and
me too.
you know, we got to discuss that how we're going to handle WrestleMania weekend, because I'm going to be away.
right,
Um,
we're not going to tape on.
so we're not gonna be taping on it.
that's how we're going to handle it.
So yeah, we're gonna be texting.
Yeah,
He and I, we're gonna be texting. I don't know. You want to maybe do like a reaction show?
sure.
We could do it on, and then we can release that on a Wednesday.
So we can react to night one.
No, night 2, Sunday.
When are we going to tape it?
Sunday.
Sunday at midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're okay with that,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
okay. So that's what we're gonna do. Night 2 reaction show. We'll do it live. We'll do it live to YouTube.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna be in a hotel in Miami.
Yeah, I'll be either at home or I'll be at the band studio.
Well, if you're gonna go to the band studio, I don't want to do it.
Well, I'm not going to. If I'm at home, it depends on. I don't live alone and I don't have a garage. So
All right. We'll discuss it.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure something out.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's do this 5 minutes from my house.
Oh,
Big
okay.
deal.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for listening to our banter and such and whatnot, and watching us eat hot things. And
Yeah. Bottom line, Fire Chief,
buy it.
GrayRasoff.com. Promo code BACON.
10% off, and it benefits.
It's really good.
It benefits
Benefits
people
veterans and first responders.
who help our country keep going.
Yeah.
So
Actual heroes.
yeah, for realsies. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Always remember to ask yourself one super important question: is your tongue still numb?
Why do we do this?
Are we having fun yet?
What's your bacon?
World peace.